See you later on.
Is it time for a zero-tolerance approach on littering? Councils have long had the power to fine litter bugs, but it's something which seldom happens.
But beware, if you make a mess on the streets run by Sandwell Borough Council, because they've decided enough is enough, and they recently handed an on-the-spot fine to a smoker who dropped ash on the pavement. Phil Lavelle can tell us more. Morning, Phil.
Yeah, morning, you two. That case you refer to, Sean, concerns a pensioner. She claims that she flicked ash from a cigarette. She was sat at a bus stop, it landed on the pavement, and she was given an on-the-spot fine, which she refused to pay, and now the council is taking her to court. It's going through the whole judicial process. But even though she refuses to pay, lots of people here do. In fact, Sandwell Council made just shy of £100,000 last year through fixed penalty notices. Lots of them were for littering, others were things like dog fouling and antisocial behaviour. But they spend £1.1 million a year on their street wardens, and they're confident that they are getting value for money.
Meet Jill George. She is a woman who hates rubbish. In fact, her job is dedicated to it. Jill's a street warden and litters a bug she will not bear.
Certainly as a warden personally, I have to live in this world, and I find it very, very satisfying to issue a ticket, on a personal level, to issue a ticket for somebody who's thrown a great big chip wrapper down, for instance.
There is no doubt that Sandwell does have a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to littering. You've just got to look at the numbers to see that, because in the last year they issued more than 2,500 fixed penalty charge notices for littering, which doesn't sound that much when you consider that there are 291,000 residents. But having said that, Dudley, just a few miles down the road, has got 306,000 residents, and they only issued 336 tickets in the last year, which has led some to say that Sandwell is perhaps being a little too rigorous. People may feel it's a little bit opportunistic, almost. How would you respond to that?
I don't think it's at all opportunistic. I feel like I'm making the world a better place by doing the job that I'm doing. And again, I just need to look around me, or look at the complaints we receive from residents.
These patrols may not be popular with those who get prosecuted, and smokers may find that cigarettes are hazardous to more than just their health. One pensioner is being pursued by Sandwell Council. She says she just flicked ash, but now it's gone to court. This is one authority that is not afraid to take action.
Our wardens won't issue a fixed penalty notice unless they've given people the opportunity to pick up what they've dropped. People can drop things accidentally, of course, so it's not about penalising people, but there has to be a message here in Sandwell that we want clean streets.
Some have compared this place to Singapore, where even dropping chewing gum can land you in trouble. The weather may not be the same, but in Sandwell the sentiment is.
So yeah, the physical resemblance to Singapore may not be there, but that type of approach really has helped this council, believe it or not, because just 2 years ago, back in 2008, in a survey which was conducted for DEFRA, Sandwell came in the bottom 3 for litter. Apparently, it was a terrible problem here, so they are very conscious that they are having to clean this place up, and they are managing to do that. That particular survey was carried out by Keep Britain Tidy, and I spoke to them yesterday. Obviously, you would expect them to be behind the council. They say that litter is a bad thing, it does need to be cleaned up, and it is not acceptable for people to drop it. But they do say it's not all about fines, it's also about re-educating people so they don't drop litter in the first place.
All right, Phil, thanks very much.